Have you ever been in one of those moments where you asked yourself, who am I really? One of the stories that best describes this confusing life situation happened to a high school senior named Jill. She was someone I was counseling for what she described as social anxiety. Jill had a tough time going to class. The other students made her nervous, and she would often end up in a full-blown panic attack just walking the hallways of the school building. She and I spent a lot of time trying to pinpoint what was so hard about going from math to science lab or even to the cafeteria for lunch. After much exploration, encouragement, and even confrontation with the things that were scaring her, we finally uncovered something interesting. As Jill told it, many of her schoolmates were talking about and exploring actions that frightened her. She found it exciting to listen to their stories of new experiences. It sounded like they were having fun, but it also terrified her. She would slide into the back of these conversations. After a while, she started thinking, what would it hurt to try a little ecstasy? It sounds exciting after all. And what is the big deal about experimenting with my sexuality? They're all doing it. At first, Jill needed me just to listen. When she was ready to face some of her worries, we could finally probe more deeply and make some progress. I asked her to describe the panic. We discussed why it felt so scary to try some of these things. As Jill thought more about her fears, her answers surprised both of us. She realized she was disappointed with her friends' behaviors, not her own reactions. She was pretty okay with who she was, and what her classmates were doing felt way outside of her comfort zone. We spent the next several times together exploring what she wanted to do with her friends, what felt good to her in this season, and what didn't. Jill said she felt at peace when she could make her own choices. After weeks of exploring her thoughts and feelings, she found she could walk the halls of her school without a pit in her stomach and without the fear of being off or of having done something wrong. It didn't happen overnight, and it wasn't all fun and games for Jill as she struggled to understand her true self. However, as she committed to appreciate and work through these healing transformations, she became comfortable in her own skin.